But apart from that, I'm also a mother of two kids
Mm-hmm.
and taking care of home as multiple responsibilities of a woman. Navigating my own small business is really tough, going from day to day life. Um, when my in laws visit here, there's always a pause in my business. I don't know why and how, and I'm still learning, and I have come a long way because I remember from 2022 to 23, I was not here at all. Like all this daily business task was stopped, it was paused, and I had to start again, come back again from the scratch. I had to build it again from the scratch because this is what I always, like this is what's my calling. I could listen to myself beneath within me that is calling me again. Why even after a pause of one full year, I'm still.
It's my pleasure to bring in the beautiful Neha here. And I think the reason I'm bringing her here today, and she has recorded a podcast with me before, but I'm bringing her again because there is a part of Neha that sparks my soul. There's a part of her, the way that she brings out her love for food, the way that she brings out her family, the way that she handles herself, and the authentic, like the truthness of motherhood and her business put together is all like this beautiful essence of like love. And I'm so excited to, first of all, I want Neha's being here. She's here. We started to have a conversation together about, where she's been because I haven't seen her in so long. And I was like, where are you? How are you doing? And then she started to talk a little bit about motherhood. I'm like, wait, we have to record this. So I'm so excited that we're recording this. And I want you guys to hear that, you know, um, perfectionism is just a word that does not exist. And we all need to understand that don't try to be perfect in every little detail in your life because it does not exist. You have to allow things to be the way they are and embrace them the way they are. So let's talk about that. But before we do that, I want Neha to introduce herself. And I would love for you to know who she is before we have this conversation. So Neha, please, first of all, thank you for being here. So happy. Yes, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Nishma, for bringing me again here and having such a wonderful conversation with a beautiful soul like you. It's really been a long time, and I agree. I'm Neha, immigrant founder of Diaspora Nutrition, where I help Indians in USA navigate the ultra processed food market of US and coming out with a culturally focused and traditionally rooted nutrition for a healthy and confident immigrant life. But apart from that, I'm also a mother of two kids
Mhm.
and taking care of home as multiple responsibilities of a woman. Navigating my own small business is really tough, going from day to day life. Um, when my in laws visit here, there's always a pause in my business. I don't know why and how, and I'm still learning, and I have come a long way because I remember from 2022 to 23, I was not here at all. Like all this daily business task was stopped, it was paused, and I had to start again, come back again from the scratch. I had to build it again from the scratch because this is what I always, like this is what's my calling. I could listen to myself beneath within me that is calling me again. Why even after a pause of one full year, I'm still yearning to go there in that route again and do it again because online digitally everything is so fast moving that if you're not there people forget you,
Hmm.
right? And this is not coming from the fear of okay nobody knows me, but it's not as easy as having a shop with a shutter, physical shop, where it's fine that everybody knows in the city, but the digital market doesn't have any holiday.
You know what, though? I have to be honest with you. No matter what business it is, it actually does take time to capture
Yeah.
and to put together. Even a retail store, the retail store can sit there forever, but if you don't advertise, you don't tell people about it, you don't bring it into the market, you don't have, people share your clothes with them. And with that too, it doesn't come as it doesn't do really well either, right? It can go bankrupt as well. So it really doesn't matter what business you have. I think what comes down to it is the passion that we have for it.
Yeah.
But I love that you said you're a mom of two and that it stops because your priorities change in the
Yeah.
time being, right?
Totally.
And it's true. So like for me, and I think you can resonate with this too as well. When your kids are off of school, it's like your entire energy, love, and passion need to go with them. Things you do every single day, the vacations you go on, all of those little things that you have to do. So everything is paused. And then once they're back to school, it's like, okay, I got to start again. Right?
Oh my
Um,
God, yes. Within a single day, there are so many layers. Like when they're out of the house, I'm into my, work zone. And as soon as they are inside the house, I have to switch back and switch on my mom zone. Cooking, feeding, making them study, and all those things, right? So it's always, you know, a challenge. But having said that, all these experiences itself help us a lot.
mm,
And now the life is more easier than before because as I'm learning, I'm getting experiences and I'm learning from my own mistakes.
mhm.
And yeah, coming with new methods, new process, new systems, it's always enlightening. And yeah, this is how the journey just carries on it by itself.
Yeah, I love that you said that. And I think everyone listening to this, like just needs to learn that it's okay to go through a roller coaster, but no matter what you're going through, embrace it.
Yeah,
Embrace that
totally.
time. Embrace the fact that you're with your kids. Embrace the fact that you're holding them and that you're enjoying that moment with them because those moments will go away so quickly, right? And your business will come. It'll get better and better and better and stronger and stronger and stronger as the year goes by.
This
So
is
I'm
so
so
true.
proud.
And
I'm so proud
what
of you for doing
Thank
that.
you. Thank you, Nishma. And one of the important things that I've learned is that instead of just pondering on it and trying to feel guilty of not that I'm not taking care of my kids, I'm very good at that. But trying to feel guilty of I'm not able to do or I'm not able to achieve a milestone that I need for myself in the business journey,
Mm,
right? Because at home with kids, with food and everything, I'm good. I'm happy with myself. But when it comes to another part of doing something for myself and creating this small business and running it like a owner, business owner, but what milestone I have achieved, right? That's different thing that okay, however clients I have helped with the nutrition and everything, I'm proud of those results, but I'm not able to sustain it. I want to create bigger impact. What about that? Right? And that's where I was feeling guilty of my abilities, that I'm not able to do it. I don't know what to do. Am I not intelligent enough? All
yeah,
those things.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, getting right mentors, um, again, giving myself a chance, really helped me a lot. Writing it down, figuring out whom to contact, figuring out new way of creating content, which is more authentic to me. Yeah, all those took time, but I took that risk for me
mhm.
and I went ahead with it. And I remember into 2023, October and November, I was trying something new. I was creating new systems. I was learning how to create the content again that resonates with me and my audiences, of course. And everything changed.
You know what
And
makes me so happy is that you are continuing to do what you love and what sparks your soul, no matter what the circumstances are. And that itself is already so beautiful. So I want you to remember that No matter how far you've come or how, where you are, every single day is a win. And remember that. Just put that down. I always write that down nowadays. Like at night, I'll wake before I go to sleep, I'll write down what was my favorite things I did today. And those are the favorite things that I put on my book. And then when I wake up in the morning, now I've gone to sleep saying all my favorite things, which is great. And that makes me happy. And so when I wake up in the morning, now I'm saying, thank you. Thank you for bringing me back. Thank you for
Yeah.
allowing me to have another day of this beautiful life that you have given to me. Thank you for my kids. Thank you for my home. Thank you for all the good things that I have. And that brings my energy back up again. I may not be in the best mood every single day, but that one thank you will make me feel better every single day. Right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we can wake up to be so groggy, so tired, so exhausted, not wanting to go to work, always complaining about traffic, right? Or complaining that I'm late and I'm complaining that there's something wrong with me. But when you wake up saying, thank you, your life just continues to get better and better. And every single day you'll find a way to make it happier and happier. And it just becomes a habit, right? So I think that's where you're going. And I think I love that. I love that about you. Neha, what I do want you to tell me though is what do you really do? Because I think, what I love about you is the Indian food that you bring out in your culture, in your diet, in your everyday life. Those things that you bring out in Instagram, like you are writing about ghee and you're talking about the proper yummy whole food ingredients in our food, in an Indian food. And a lot of times you get a lot of those like you get like some people saying, oh no, don't use canola oil. I agree with that. Do you? Yes. Right. Or don't use products that have been ransomed or in whatever, however it works. But a lot of our herbs and a lot of our like turmeric and like cumin and all these
Right.
beautiful things that we're using into our dishes are so good for us in so many good benefits to us that we forget how good our food is and why it's so good for us. But then you also bring it into a diet form to lose weight. And that is like, wow. So can you explain to us what you do? Because I would love to learn, and I think the audience would love to learn how you actually help others with Indian food to lose weight. Like, how do you do this? And how do you make it look so intriguing? Like right now, my mouth is watering by just talking about it.
Yeah, Nishma, actually, let me talk about this with the perspective of an immigrant, right?
Yeah.
When we leave our homeland and we come here to, build a life, one thing everybody goes through is that there is a health decline, a certain health decline, whether you are having more bloating or whether you are not able to digest the same foods that you were eating back in India. Then there is, in the pursuit of becoming healthy or in the pursuit of balancing our hormones, our blood sugar levels, etc., when we go out there for a nutrition advice, the first thing we have been told is Indian meals are very heavy in carbs, right? And then you are being told to replace all those stuffs with oats, broccoli, right? And even though they are health foods, that doesn't sit with our mindset because we are not used to oats and broccoli in our daily diet, right? So indirectly, one is telling me that my traditional food is not as healthy. And now I need to healthify it by replacing it with these foods, which doesn't sit with our gut because we are never used to eating that. Then, how I try to make them understand about nutrition in our foods, right? Is by going back to my childhood days. And
Mm.
everyone relates to me because every mother of theirs or every grandmothers of their family have been doing this for centuries, right? And previously, there were no such diseases. So first question arises, how did this disease increase? Then you only I can tell you the solution and it will make sense to you. So what was the problem when we saw the rising of these diseases, right? These illnesses. First is when we had the colonization and our natural farming techniques were banned and the Green Revolution movement started, which was introduced by British.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that introduced all the pesticides and all the chemical fertilizers and everything, which depleted our soil. Second is the industrialization. The advertisements started happening about canola oil, safflower oil, heart healthy oil, all those stuffs. And we started having the industrial flours, roti atta of Ashirwad atta or any brand. But it all started happening when this TV commercialization happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the product commercialization happened. Now the small farmers were replaced by the big industries.
Mm.
Now, whenever industrialization happens, there is something always taken away from our food.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
value is taken away. But they market it using those same values, family values of grandma kind of roti, grandma style of home cooked food. But the product ingredient itself has no value.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Right? Now, how do we go back when we are on a foreign land? Now we think it's so easy. If I would have been back in India, I would have gotten all those things, as authentic as possible. But how do we replicate it in US, right? That's where my role comes in because I have done, like it took me 1.5 years to do all the research. From where can I get my locally freshly milled flour? Just like my mother used to get in India.
Mm-hmm.
So let's contact the local farmers now, right?
Right.
Because it is not just grown in India. I need to have a product that is exported. It's also grown here. So the foods that are grown here in the traditional manner, let's have that. So shop local and cook traditional.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you see the difference now?
Yeah.
As soon as I changed my atta from a commercial atta to the local US farm atta flour, the value of my Indian food integrity is intact.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
That is how similarly for the oil, for the flour, for everyday food staples, rice, and then you have your dairy, because that is also a nuance, right? Animal-based products. So let us
Mm-hmm.
get it from the local farmers as possible. Even they are fighting hard against the industrialization of US processed food.
That's
So the
right.
more we support them, the more we are creating the demand of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
vote with your dollars. And that is how now bringing back all those traditional practices, cooking practices, and the wholesome ingredients, you can revive your Indian food plate as healthy as possible, as wholesome as possible, without tracking any calories, without counting any carbs.
That's amazing. I love that you said that. I love that you're going back to the roots, back to where we were from, back to where we got the proper things. It's right. The industry has completely changed. And even our soil has completely changed. What you could get in one apple many 10, 20 years ago, all the nutrition that you can get in, it now takes about 10 to 20 apples to get that nutrition in that one that we used to get it, right? So it's become that bad. I totally agree with you. This is mind blowing because I've not had a nutritionist that actually has brought that aspect in any of my podcasts, but we've always talked about going whole foods, going organic, going all of that. But when you talk directly from going from the actual local farmers, getting even your dairy, like you were saying, right? Like a lot of the dairies now are not a good way of like eating those dairies. It's actually not good for you. So that is something that's big. And now when you go into this local, to even get raw milk now, it's like can't even get it any longer. You know what I mean? It's so difficult to grab. And for us, if I wanted to grab raw milk coming in from Canada into the United States, I can't take it back to Canada with me. So
Yeah, that's
there goes that,
insane,
right?
illegal, and all those stuff.
Exactly. So this is something that is so find a place in your area that you could find a local farmer that you could go to directly and buy some of these foods, because that is what, the more and more we kind of do that, the more we're able to try and get rid of the agriculture that's been happening that's not good for us in so many ways, especially all the flours that are made right now, the way that they've actually put it together. These diseases that are coming into us is because of all of that. But I also believe it's not just food. I also believe our stress
No,
determines
that is
all of
of
that,
course, of
right?
course. There are a lot of things. Stress is there, sedentary lifestyle is there,
Yeah,
your stress of responsibility, and even the MNC lifestyle of, all these big companies, how they are operating, how much time are they giving to their own employees, right? Everything is a part of this, health related issues. But as a nutrition coach, I cannot focus on each and everything, right?
yeah,
So that is where I only focus on food, because food is our identity as a,
yeah,
cultural traditions. And that also plays a very big role. Now, food has the power to reduce your stress, right?
yeah. Yes,
After a
it does.
stressful day, if you get your cup of
Nutrients.
food, it
Mm.
releases your stress, right?
I think you and I both are on that same boat page, because I remember I was going through a very difficult, after my pregnancy, postpartum depression, mental health issues, overweight, not loving myself, not being who I am. And then I remember seeing your story too. You had a very similar story. And it was food that
Yeah,
actually, when we changed the way we ate, is
correct.
how we started to feel better about ourselves, right?
Oh, wow, yes, definitely. Because when we are cranky, what do we crave for, right?
Chocolate. Chocolate for me. Oh, I love
Yeah.
chocolate. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and whenever we sit for a main meal with the family, we want good food on our plates. I'm not here to eat broccoli all the time with some kale chips and all those stuffs, and then I have to learn to new things, how to, cook the kale in a way it's not bitter for me. I mean, it's such a work. And these foods, it comes naturally to us, that has been passed down from my mother.
But you do have some of these ingredients in your Indian food, right? When you love cauliflower, you do have them, right? You have
Yes,
eggplant,
yeah.
you do have spinach in some of your cooking too, as well. You have lots of lentils as well
Yes.
and stuff. And yeah, they're all complex carbs, but they're beautiful carbs to have in our body. And they're really good for us. So fibrous, so good. But when you bring them and you get them from the proper ingredients, the proper way that they've actually farmed it, compared to the way that they've actually farmed it when it's you know pasteurized, and all the chemicals that they add into it, it really does do a big change in our body. It does help us 100%. So I love that you say that. What keeps coming to my mind is, okay, so as a nutritionist, you help these people with this diet aspect of eating the proper foods. And you've had really good, uh, you've had a lot of these people doing exactly what you're telling them to, and they've lost a lot of weight. Is that what's happened? And mentally, physically changed?
Yes, they are so happy. They are able to find the nutrition in their own traditional recipes, because everybody is so diverse. Somebody is from Bengal, somebody is from Gujarat, somebody is from Bihar, somebody is from south of India, from Kerala, and they from Punjab. They always used to say that, okay, I have cut down on carbs, but I'm not happy with it. It's so difficult to come with the new recipes every time. But
Mm,
when they source their food properly, and second aspect is when they cook their food traditionally. Traditional practices has its own meaning. Why are we soaking the rice and beans, right?
yeah.
And many of us, they skip this part. Oh, you soak white rice also? Yeah, it has to be soaked. Oh, we need to soak the lentils for 8 hours overnight? Yes, it has to be. Why have we started forgetting it?
Yes, yeah.
Right?
So you soak your rice too. So I clean my rice. I've never thought about soaking them too. I want
Correct.
to. Okay, so give me that info.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why eating just simple rice and lentils gives you bloating, or you think that starch is a problem and all those stuff because you're not cooking it in the traditional manner. Our ancestors have done their work. We just need to follow it wherever we go in the world, right?
Nice. Okay.
And once you do that, you because our body knows what to do, it brings that balance. And when that balance is achieved, or in the process of achieving that balance, we lose the weight, our skin gets cleared, uh,
Yeah.
you get energized, right? The most important thing, that in the morning everyone is in a rush, that is gone now. They are waking up with good energy. They want to do those stuff for themselves first, that let's cook a wholesome meal and then we'll go for work.
Yeah. Because
You
then
see
they
how the
feel
mental
better.
clarity
That's
opens
right.
up when you eat good food.
Yeah. Your mental health just becomes better. And yes,
Yes.
you're 100% right. Like I started to feel happier when I started to eat properly. I started to feel this, what am I doing? What's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way about other people? Or, this is, I started to love myself more because I started to eat better. I started to understand myself. And you're 100% right. The first thing to do is to understand food, learn to eat the food, learn how to eat your food, learn where you're getting your ingredients
Where
from.
it is
That's
coming.
really
Yeah.
interesting to understand, right? Because yeah, you could go to local farmers, you could go outside and at any of your grocery stores and grab them, but try to understand where they're actually coming from and what kind of ingredients you're getting from them too as well. It's so important. And everything you put into your body is going to lead you to your health and wellness. And I think the other thing for me is really understanding that your body is so powerful itself, and believe that your body is so powerful, because when you understand that your body's powerful, then the foods that you're eating will translate that into your body too as well. And Neha, I always tell my clients too as well that your body speaks a specific language. I don't know if you understand that or not, but I always say, the foods that we've been eating right now, to because of our health that has been going up and down, it's like speaking a different language to your body, because you've been
Yeah.
giving your body a language that it doesn't understand. So your metabolism is not going, your hormones are all over the place. Everything is like falling apart because you're not giving it the enough nutrients, the water, the cleansing, the foods that you need, the Ayurvedic medicine, like, all the all the
Yeah.
great, stuff that you're eating inside of your food. We're forgetting to bring that into our practice. So here your body is like, okay, I don't understand. But the moment you add those foods, your body understands, like you're saying, the right ingredients, the ingredients that come in from the locals, the proper non-toxic kind of foods you put into your body's like, oh my God, what is this? I know this, I understand it. And it starts to work so beautifully inside, and it's able to understand you. And even if you accidentally eat like that chocolate or that candy, the one or twice, once in a little while, or that ice cream, it's like telling your body, giving that, I'm talking to you in English, and then I say that little word, like I'll say something in French with you or in Spanish, and you'll just be like, ah, it's okay. It's okay. Your body will be like, I get it. It's fine. But it's the continuous torture that you're doing to your body that it will continue to give you exactly what you're feeding it.
Correct.
Right. So if you torture and you eat out all day long, and you're having burgers and fries and continue on, and then you're saying, I'm overweight, I'm not happy with myself, I'm not this, I'm not that. But let's go back one step and ask yourself, what is it that you're doing? What is it that you can do to change that? Because that's the first step. Got a lot of clients too that will ask me, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I can't do it. Well, I exercise every single day. I go to the gym and I do it 24, I'm there for 3 hours and I don't lose weight. Well, let's go back. It's not about your exercise at the gym. It's not about what you're doing at the gym. It's about your food. Let's start with that first, because if you can get that right, then your exercise is honestly just for your mental health.
This is so true because, whenever people come to me, I don't start with the strength training from day one. Okay, this is a plan that you need to follow. Because unless we correct the foundations,
Mhm.
right, you will get injury and you will get tired of doing the exercises, first of all. And then for the next time, you won't want to do it. Right?
Yes.
So let's fix the food. Let's make you happy, right? So that you're excited. Oh, yeah, this is working. Now I'm ready to do the exercise.
Yes. Yeah, you change your mental health first,
Correct.
right? And then that mental health will be like, oh my God, I'm doing so well with my food. I'm looking good. I'm getting feeling better. I'm drinking enough water. I'm eating my Indian authentic, yummy food every single day. And I'm feeling energetic and I'm feeling
Yes.
happy. Okay, I want to do more. I want to
Exactly.
go for that walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so your cells that were deficient in energy
Yeah.
now are full of, nutrients and energy. And that's why your mind is telling you, okay, now let's take a step further. If this small thing can bring such a big impact, what will happen when we combine every aspect of our life, nutrition, exercise, and then habits, sleep, and all those things, right?
Yes. Yeah. You know, being a nutritionist is so beautiful. And I love talking to other nutritionists too, because you guys always have so much to give and to love and to really represent food. I think it's such a beautiful topic, especially when you're able to really sit down and have that conversation with someone. And anyone that's listening to this, if this really brings love to your heart, you need to contact Neha, especially if you're from India. One, and you are really looking at the best authentic kind of food, like Neha, you have to give us some recipes on this podcast. I need to put some up for you.
I mean, honestly, I'm not a very great chef. Let me first just put it out there. I'm a very layman woman who knows how to cook daily ghar ka khana, right? It's
Yummy.
nothing
That's good.
fancy about it. And that's the reason, like all my recipes of food recommendations are also very simple. Because in such a busy lifestyle, we cannot think of something very fancy, restaurant type or needs, 10 steps to cook. We are here to fit into our lifestyle. So basic like dal chawal, like rice and lentils, or if somebody is from a non-veg background, how they can have their own chicken biryani, right?
Yum, yum. I need that recipe, please. Yeah.
Or just you can have your roti and sabzi, all these greens, that we have. Corn roti, which is called makki ki roti for Punjabis. They love to have it with mustard leaves. So these are some simple foods that we can, incorporate and see the health benefits that we wish to. But yeah, that's the beauty. It's already ingrained in our traditions. We just don't need to fear it. We need to cook it from the right ingredients, cook it in the traditional manner, and combine it with the time-tested proportions.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's so beautiful. And I guarantee there's so many people out there that are just looking for that easy, fun,
Yeah.
authentic garja khana, like beautiful, like, because we don't always have that. So it's
Yeah.
nice to have that sometimes. So it's really nice to talk to you about this. And I think this is one big lesson is as a mom, if we can do it for ourselves first, which
Yeah.
you've done that for yourself. You're doing it for your family, you're doing it for your kids. You see, it's working so beautifully.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now you are doing it for those that need it the most.
Yes, exactly. And the beautiful part of eating this way is that whole family comes together.
Yeah.
Because when you're changing your pantry items, it's not like I'm cooking it for me only. The whole family is eating that way. So there is no need to follow a specific diet for you only. This is something that is happening in the
Yeah.
family level,
Yeah. It
right?
starts from you and you bring it home. It's your whole family that gets benefit for it, right?
Exactly. And that's why the thing that keeps me going is that the results my clients are seeing is actually being doubled, tripled, because the family is also doing the same. So
Yeah.
I get results from of one full family rather than just from one client.
Yeah. Oh, that feels so good. That's so beautifully said. And how amazing would it be if someone comes into you and said, I need some help, but then their whole family is getting benefit
Yes.
of this, Food that's good for you, that gives you energy, that gives you life, that gives you world, that gives you, you get to be with your family doing it. Like I'm in. I'm in. Thank you, Neha, for being here, for being true to yourself, for, really opening up that, being a mom and also having a business is also very difficult. And it's okay to go up and down in your journey, but to allow that journey just to be the way it is. And at the same time, being able to share with me your business and how you help others with, Gurja Khana or like Indian authentic dinners and breakfast and lunch. Like I miss that. And I know there's a lot out there that are listening to this are also missing that and would love to contact you on like little ways of how they can help themselves and their family to get back to their normal, healthy ways of eating. And this is like a small little podcast that just reminds others that, all you really need to do is learn something about yourself, learn how you can make you better first, and watch your loved ones and your family come together and do the same thing.
Yeah. So
And
beautiful.
love yourself so beautifully that you allow every bit of our day-to-day motherhood journey continue to be amazing. And it's okay to fall off the wagon, just come right back up.
Correct. Yeah, always, always. I mean, find the right people around you who can help you out. Ask for the help, find the right people. And yeah, and this is how the journey will always go forward. You have to reinvent yourself every 2 to 3 years, I think.
You have to, yeah. What is one advice you would give anyone listening to this?
The mothers, seriously want to tell them to put themselves first.
Yeah.
This is so important. We feel that, oh, this is not good. We are here for others. No, God has created you, it has given you birth to look after yourself first. Only then you can fill up other people's life with good energy. Because if you are drained, your family is drained. No matter how hard you try, you won't be able to get the satisfaction, right? And secondly, bring all the members of the family inside the kitchen.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
not your only job. You have to bring them, become the CEO of your kitchen, because kitchen is the heart of the home.
Yeah.
And you have to make the decisions. And I have learned it. I said my husband, not that he's not helpful, he is. But the kind of stuffs I need to happen inside my kitchen is only when I give them instructions. I don't want any if and but.
Yeah.
So when you take that, you see now your energy has changed. First, I was like, oh, helpless, bichari, I'm not able to do anything, nobody's there to support me. Now, as soon as you become the authority, your energy changes.
Yeah.
You need to do this needs to be happen, you all need to come. Otherwise, no, you're not getting any food.
Yes, right?
See? See, when they understand that your life is dependent on this, your everyday survival is dependent on this,
Yeah.
you have to take the action. And you're not solely responsible, only one person. No, everyone in the house is responsible for it. Make them feel that, take that authority, because seriously, we are the energy, we are the Shakti of the house,
Yeah.
and we can make this happen if you think of yourself like that first.
Yes. It's always comes to you first. I
Exactly.
love it before you can hand it off to anyone else.
Yeah.
I love that. I hands off to you, Neha. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy with us. And anyone that's listening to this, if you really want to get a hold of your health and involve your family too, really think about getting a hold of Neha. I will put all her information underneath below. Again, she's wonderful. She's beautiful. Her soul is always lit up with such beautiful energy that she provides, especially on Instagram. Her energy is wonderful. And then I do know she does have some recipes to share. And I will link you to whatever it is that she has that she'll love to share with you. And other than that, have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Nishma, for this amazing, amazing conversation. I'm always looking forward to talk to you anytime.
With you all the time. We can have so many podcasts together.
Of course.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.